Hello, everyone, and welcome back. And you're probably wondering, Zaren, you didn't upload yesterday, you upload every day. Well, to sum up the situation, let's just say I made a video that was a bit too interesting for YouTube, to say the least. And I had some technical difficulties in trying to post it, but it is what it is. So either way, we're going to be doing another DeepSeek. So we're going to be doing a fancy clothing store or a luxury clothing store. So obviously a lot of templates are made on ChatGPT. So obviously they're going to be imported from there, but obviously on a DeepSeek type of style. So here is the template. Milano Umano world-class luxury retail template. Obviously, strong concept. The name itself that I just said. Tagline times elegance, Italian experience, reflects first and sophistication. It's like a luxury store, so fancy. So basically a rich person's store. So pretty much how all these men are pay tuxedos that are $5,000 for a tuxedo or a suit, or 10 grand, or women their dresses, or the heels that are I don't know, $2,000 for a pair of heels, and and then including the dress. So your total is going to be at least 6 G's, $6,000. Again, the stuff that Elon Musk buys, in other words, or people like Angelina Jolie, or you get the idea. So, design philosophy fusion of Milanese heritage, classic tailoring with contemporary minimalism. Again, French and English still kills me. I say it every video, but it's true. Materials, exclusive Italian source wool, cashmere, silk, calfskin, leather, all the fancy stuff. Global flagships, obviously Milan, obviously is the flagship because it's based in Italy. Paris, New York, Tokyo, and Dubai. So layout and design. So this would be the temp. So obviously, the design would be a nice floor ceiling smoked glass with brushed gold lettering, flanked by olive trees and the Carrera marble planters. The foyer, or as my fellow Americans say, and some British to a certain degree, and Irish, and any English-speaking person to a certain degree, foyer. Yeah, again, the R is silent, the French and English. It's brutal. Checkerboard, Calcutta, marble floors, discrete LED screens displaying runway shows, obviously because it's fancy. So all the runways in Paris and everything, and Vogue and everything. Greetings, top hatted doorman in a nice midnight blue uniform. Luxury lounge, obviously they have a lounge, obviously because it's supposed to be for the fancy people. So obviously they have a lounge with espresso bar, coffee, and obviously some nice Italian sofas, classical music, all that type of stuff. A good tailoring zone, soundproof chambers with mahogany fitting, pedestals, fabric walls, showcasing obviously nice materials. So a lot of good watches, swatches, this, all that type of stuff, all the fancy stuff, all the nice jewelry and everything. So master tailors from Naples on site for measurements, rotating runway, inspired displays on backlit platforms, and the shoes, glass vitrines for hand-stitched leather, crocodile belts, all that good stuff. And then obviously you have a nice saloon, if you're a cowboy. I'm having fun. Private entrance, biometric access, that type of stuff. all that type of stuff. Like it's top secret, the top, like kind of like a CIA experiment, because it's so upper class that if it would get into the hands of someone else, their brand would be ruined. You know, that type of stuff. The Dolce Vita, so double-breasted suits, peak lapel tuxedos. You got some nice chic cashmere hoodies for a good 1.3 thousand, so a good 1.3 Gs, 1.3 K. And then if you want your nice suits, you're going to be paying 25,000 for that. That's what I'm telling you, man. Like this is the rich people stuff. Like I told you, man. You got some nice royal leather line. Well, obviously, the Dolce Vita, the same thing with like all the purses and everything, and all the shoes. Like I told you, like this is the rich. They got telling you, this is the stuff. This is where Elon Musk goes to buy his stuff. So Mr. Musk, that's going to be $20,000. Okay, I make that in a couple of hours. Exactly. So. Then you got royal leather line. You got some nice leather trenches for $10,000, $8,000 to $10,000. Then you got some made-measured 3D body scanning for suits for a month delivery. Monogramming gold foil initials on cufflinks, shoe soles, and belt buckles. And then you got some amazing limited editions annual Runway 1 capsule hand-printed silk ties with 24 karat gold button blazers, only 50 units globally. Then that's going to be like $80,000. Oh yeah, man. This is really cool. But like obviously, like this is kind of like more of like a futuristic type of setting, but it can be done right now, because a lot of these 3D things and body scanning actually is being tested, and a lot of AR type of stuff. I remember like in Futurama and all these other TV shows, they showed it, and even Total Recall and certain other TV shows to a certain degree. And it actually is being tested right now in the fashion industry, which is kind of ironic that they mention all this type of stuff, because it's like insane. And like how the movies from 20, 30, 40 years ago, oh yeah, this is going to happen by this time, and look what's going on. 24-hour personal stylist access, dedicated app, pre-event red carpet prep, Unimo Society, invitation only previews with designers, Milan Fashion Week after parties. That's what else have we got? We got lifetime garment repairs, leather conditioning, global shipping with Louis Vuitton, level security. So all the fancy type of stuff. And then obviously for ambassadors or influencers, A-list actors. So obviously people like Timothy Claymont. He's a good actor, actually. I like his acting style. And you got some F1 drivers, because it's Italy and like racing and all that type of stuff. Ferrari and all that type of stuff is actually very popular. That actually really is. There's a famous, I think there's a famous movie. I think it's Porsche versus Ferrari or something like that. It's big, but yeah, again, there you go. Editorial spreads in Vogue, Home, GQ, all that type of stuff. Craftsmanship partnering with Netflix if you want to do documentaries. Netflix is debatable with documentaries, but it is there. Limited drops with Ferrari and Richard Mille. And then obviously the expansion vision would be a boutique with VIP shopping suites, social clubs. Yeah, being social is big in Europe, not so much in the States, but hey, because we need to enjoy life, whatever that means. I know exactly what it means. It means just be dumb and live off the government. And then as I was talking about the AR type of stuff, iPad LiDAR scans for virtual try-on. So like that's like the stuff where like in the Jetsons, like they had all like the holograms and the person's like an actual person, but it's an actual like hologram. But like they can move and they can talk, and it's like they're an actual real person, but they're not. And then obviously we got like the NFT type of stuff, the crypto type of stuff, like metaverse. I'm not too sure about that, like the VR. But I can't get around wearing a trash can over my head, but that's just me. Maybe the whole Ray-Ban type of stuff might be a little bit cooler, but we'll see about that. But the AR stuff is really, really cool. And then obviously some snippets, soundtrack, obviously some nice jazz. And then we got custom Legno, the Milano, all the type of stuff. So like Age letter, and then obviously like staff advisors and all that type of stuff, all the fancy type of stuff. And it isn't the store, it's the passport to La Dolce Vita, where every stitch tells the story. And then like pretty much like what are like visual mock-ups you want. And yeah, that's kind of it, as you can see. If you want to add extra flair to it, but yeah, no, it's pretty good. So pretty much that is how to do a fancy store, fancy clothing store with DeepSeek R1. Just a comparison, obviously this has a lot more detail compared to the GPT version. But yeah, there you go. And don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. And as always, Mr. Z signing out.